Finally, we are here for the first round proper of the King's Cup. And we've been waiting for this moment now for a long time to get back this cup competition, as we are finally here live on RBC Sports. And also welcome back to football also, after a month's hiatus of no football coverage whatsoever. But it's good to be back on the first day of February. But beginning of the first day of February, we have the return of cup football action for the first ever round of this season of the King's Cup. And we have the big game coming up right here, right now, between two sides. One from the second Liga, Los Angeles Pompey, who got relegated last season from the Premier League down to the second Liga. And they are going to host here against Georgington City at St Charles Park Stadium. And Jimmy, any thoughts going into this matchup here for this afternoon between these two sides? It'll be a very brilliant game, it's going to be, between the two teams. We know that obviously for Los Angeles Pompey, there's a massive chance for them to try and get that result and maybe make a surprise here in the Cup and knock out City out of the Cup competition. But as for Georgington City, they obviously not had a very good season so far. Obviously sacking Sergio Cancelo during October 4 months ago. And then Enzo Maresca got City from the bottom half of the table up to the top half of the table. And pretty much their aim is to try and get a good cut run and try and get and win the whole entire thing, as they've got no European football to play for this season. And they've got this competition and also the League Cup also to play for if they want to win anything domestically this season. Or maybe for them to try and get a European finish by the end of the season. But there's still a long way to go though for City by the end of the season. But they do have cup football here for this afternoon, and I think they're going to be definitely favourites to come here at St Charles Park Stadium and get that win to head them through into the second round proper of the competition. Thank you very much there, Jimmy, and let's get straight now into the coverage of the game between Los Angeles Pompey, as they are going to host here against Georgington City. And let's get to the match right now for this afternoon. We are here for the King's Cup first round proper between Los Angeles Pompey, represents the second tier of Republican football, the second Liga, and Georgington City represents the top division of Republican football, the Premier Liga. And this is the game right here that these two are familiar to when Los Angeles Pompey were playing in the Premier Liga before they got relegated last season into this division, since losing on a relegation playoff game against Charlton Saturday to send them down with the other two teams of Cobham Town and also Portsmouth United in the second Liga for this season. But as for Los Angeles Pompey, a very strong team here, as we've got Alan Scholes up front, we've got Fernandinho, Brian Reyes, Mike Adams, Michael Wilson as well, be a very good asset in the team, and also a very strong team at the back for Los Angeles Pompey. But as for Georgington City, however, they've got a very strong lineup right here, right now, and could City end up winning here to put themselves through into the second round of the RFA King's Cup trophy here live for this afternoon? And let's get the game underway right now between the two sides here for kickoff. And here we go, Los Angeles Pompey and also here against Georgington City. This is the game to play right here. And now looks like they want the ball back here now. Diego Maradona all the way to Robert Firmino. Has a shot there and he scores! What a hit right there for Roberto Firmino, the Brazilian. He hits it right on his laces in that top corner. And now it's 1-0 already in the game. Unbelievable. What a hit as well. And the keeper could not manage to save that one. And that was a real proper goal. A real proper shot. And Los Angeles Pompey's defence really let Roberto Firmino to have a crack from there. And it's 1-0 in the matchup here for Georgington City in the game. 1-0 there for City. And now a pass there now to Tim Goldbeck. And now here's Charlie Collins. Now is Max Marshall. And now here's Damien Smallford. Now is Pedro. Now Barella. Now Diego Maradona. Roberto Firmino has a chance here for a goal. Good defending. Now Fernandinho. Brian Reyes. Now Ricardo Carvalho. Tim Goldbeck. Now Fernandinho. Now Barella won the ball back here nicely. Now Brian Reyes. Nagolan. And now is to Nagolan here. To Roberto Firmino. And now Fernandinho now. To Nagolan. Roberto Firmino. Good defending. Now back there now to Taylor Neal. Now Charlie Collins. And now here's to Barella. Now Thomas Hersey. Now Tim Goldbeck. Now Fernandinho. And it's going to be nearly over, nearly for half time, nearly so, between these two sides. But now it's Brian Reyes. Won the ball back nicely here now for City. Not long left to go of the clock. And now they want the ball back here now for a free kick here now in the game. So it looks like Pompey got that last chance before the break here to score. Clearance away here now slightly. And the whistle blows here for full time as it ends here at the break. Los Angeles Pompey 0, Georgia City 1 at half time at St Charles Park Stadium. And we are back right here for the Kings Cup second round, second half between Los Angeles Pompey and Georgetown City. As City are in the lead here by 1-0 to Los Angeles Pompey here for this afternoon. And now Thomas Hersey now to Barella. Barella across the ball in all the way. Header slightly. Oh, it's gone to the keeper there of Hordornison there for Los Angeles Pompey. And now passed all the way to Max Marshall here. Head away there from Georgetown City. Now Nagolan. And now on the ball back here. Michael Wilson here. Fernandinho now to Alan Scholes. Nice pass there to Fernandinho. And he scores. And a great goal right there from second league side Los Angeles Pompey. A perfect hit right there from Fernandinho. And now it's one apiece here between the two sides. And City, of course, want to try and bring back their confidence back a little bit because they want to try and go through this competition, especially this game here against Los Angeles Pompey, because City obviously had a very, let's say, poor season so far in the campaign, and they want to try and get a good run, of course, in terms of the cup competitions. And they've got no European football to play for this season, as Georgia City's priorities this season is to try and get this team into European football, get into a cup competition, maybe the Kings Cup trophy, or maybe the League Cup trophy. But it looks like here Los Angeles Pompey are back into it slightly. After a very poor season last campaign, they got relegated for the first time since 1980, 43 years out of the first division of Republican football, and they got relegated last season through the relegation playoffs against Charlton Saturday. And as of right here, right now, they are level in the Kings Cup trophy against Georgia City in the first round. And Los Angeles Pompey are not in anywhere near the promotion spots in the second Liga, and obviously this cup competition might be something they will really want to look forward to and hopefully get anything out of this one instead. And they are the favourites to go straight back up again to the Premier League. They still kept their quality players from last season though, and they've brought a little bit of effect into it. Now it's Fernandinho now pushing forward here, a chance for a goal, saved there from Martin Stegen to clear that away. And now Nagolan now, the ball passed there to Barella. Now Barella now to Thomas Hersey. Hersey now to Robert Firmino. Firmino now to Diego Maradona. Now back to Firmino now. Now a pass here. No, he tried to cut in there. Now Maradona now. Could be a chance and it's going to be offside. Free kick here for Los Angeles Pompey in the match. A very close call it was there in the match for maybe a potential chance for City. And two double substitutes have been made here now for Los Angeles Pompey in the game. And we do have another 10 minutes left. A penalty shootout maybe in 10 minutes time, if that's the case. But now here's Scholes. Scholes really pushing forward here now to won the ball back, or lost it back now to Scholes here now for Los Andrades Pompey. And now Brazil. Great defending there from Cellini. And now Nagolan. Now his Fry. Now there's a chance here now for Brazil. Oh, right in the keeper's hand right there to Mark ter Stegen. And it's going to be over any minute now. And it is for full time. And that will mean that these two teams will take it to pens against each other as it ends here at full time. Los Andrades Pompey 1, Georgina City 1 at full time. So we have the penalty shootout, ladies and gentlemen, here at the St Charles Park Stadium. And ter Stegen is in goal. And we have Fernandinho will take the first penalty here for Los Andrades Pompey right here in the game. Fernandinho versus Mark ter Stegen. Could they go 1-0 up here, Los Andrades Pompey? And they do, and it is 1-0 Pompey in the game. And now Georgina City now takes the penalty here now as Pedro takes it. And a save right there for the goalkeeper. Disappointing right there from Pedro. So unfortunately that ball did not go into the back of the net. But now a chance here for Scholes. And it's now 2-0 on pens to Los Andrades Pompey. Not looking good at all here for Georgina City now. Now Thomas Hersey will take the second penalty here for City. And a save! Oh, he missed it. I think he missed it rather than saved it. And that's gone wide. And now Pompey now to make it 3-0 on pens. And they do. And they are very close now, Los Andrades Pompey, to win on pens. The second league side to knock out Premier League side on penalty shootout in the King's Cup first round. Diego Maradona. What's he going to do here? And he scores in the middle of the goal. The first goal scored here for Georgina City in the match. And now we have here now Los Andrades Pompey now takes the fourth penalty here. There's a chance here now. Could be a chance for Pompey to win the game, to send them through to the second round of the Cup. And he's missed it. And he's missed that chance to score. And now we got Georgina City now. Got themselves to try and get back in the game on pens. As we do have now Roberto Firmino. Takes it here for City. And he scores. And it's 3-2 Los Andrades Pompey. And now Los Andrades Pompey got themselves a chance to go 4-2, win the whole entire thing if they scored this one here. Is it going to be over? And he misses it again. Oh dear. And it might be a chance here for City to get back in the match. As now Nagolan now takes it for Georgina City in the game. Against the keeper, Hordonison here for Los Andrades Pompey to make it 3-3. And he scores. And now it's 3-3 here on pens. And now they have to score this. If he scores this, then it'll be 4-3 Pompey. And hopefully it might be the case in the game for Taylor. And he scores. Taylor makes it 4-3 to Los Andrades Pompey. Now we have here is Barella. Will take this penalty here. If the keeper saves it, that means that Pompey will go through into the second round of the King's Cup trophy. And he saves it. And the Los Andrades Pompey players are surrounded right here to celebrate this victory on pens as it ends 4-3 and Pompey go through to the second round of the Cup. Los Andrades Pompey did the unthinkable and won on penalties against Georgina City. Los Andrades Pompey were in the Premier League last season, got relegated down to the second Liga, and surprisingly they beat City on pens 4-3. And Jimmy, tell us your thoughts about the result. And City are in poor form so far in the Premier League under their new manager Enzo Maresca, who took over from Sergio Cancelo in October. And nothing's much changed about this football club. And what do you feel about the result as second league side Pompey got the result here on pens to City? They were the better team throughout the penalty shootout. You cannot, deny it. In terms of the hard work they really bring into the game and really give it against City was absolutely unbelievable. In terms of the quality of players, comparison to the Premier League, to the second league, they should deserve that win. Realistically, in terms of their performance, they really were very, very, very strong. They were, and either the fans of Los Angeles Pompey should be very, very proud of the team on their performance here in the game. And I've got to say that City unfortunately has to focus on the league now and also prioritise themselves in that League Cup as well against Red Bull Tomato if they got any chances on trying to progress into the finals in that. But as of a City now, that's disappointing for them to actually lose in the first round of the Cup competition. And now we move on to our next game, as we do have the coverage here between Parantos and Hasenfield Terriers in this game coming up right here, right now. And let's get to that coverage right now between the two sides on who will win this game to go through, like Los Angeles Pompey, in the second round of the King's Cup Trophy. And let's get to the game right now between the two sides. And we are live for the game here at the Allianz Stadium between Parantos and Hasenfield Terriers in the first round of the King's Cup competition begins for the defending champions, the holders of this competition, who won it last time around, by the way, Parantos, and they won at the Soccer City Stadium against Red Bull Tomato. And now another season later, could they go all the way to Soccer City again and win it again? They were before, repeat from the last time they played in this competition. And the two teams come out of the pitch, and the two teams are ready here for kick-off here for this afternoon. So as of for Parantos, however, Haaland's up front, Williams with Cliff, Ronaldinho, Granit Xhaka, Neymar with Dennis Barker, and also Skechner, Conor O'Hore, Thomas Partey, and goalkeeper James Taylor. But as of Hasenfield Terriers, they've got obviously up front is Christian Jericho, Abu Bakar, with also Adam Pickman and Michael Landrum, Aaron Moy, Haterball. Defence is George Jones, Skettenko, Jermaine King as well, and also goalkeeper in the team will be Jens Lehmann for Hasenfield Terriers. And let's get underway right here, right now for the game. And here we go. And it's Parantos and Hasenfield. And now it's Robert Cliff now. It's back to Haaland again. Now all the way here now to Williams. Has a shot. Goal! Brilliant hit right there from Williams. And now it's 1-0. What a brilliant hit. I've got to really say right there, that was an epic, epic shot right there from Devon Williams. As he hits it in, roofing that net. And James Taylor could not even beat the goalkeeper right there. That was absolutely magnificent, that chance right there for Williams to score by. And he has. And it is 1-0 to Parantos. 1-0 in the game. And now Jermaine King, now to George Jones. Now to Haterball. And now is Parker. Now Aaron Moy. And now is Aaron Moy again. And now here's Michael Landrum here. Fail. Free kick's been given for Parantos. I've got to say, great, there's a challenge there, I've got to say there, from the Parantos player Robert Cliff, but unfortunately it's given way for a free kick here for Hasenfield. And now Michael Landrum will take it for Hasenfield. Okay, lost control there to Robert Cliff. Now here's Erling Haaland. Good tackle there from Jermaine King. Now to Jay Webb-Smith. Now to Pickman. Back now to Webb-Smith again. Now to Jermaine King. And now is Shevchenko now to Michael Landrum. And now he's Christian Jericho. They're looking for a chance to get back in the game here, Hasenfield, in this cup competition. Now Granit Xhaka on the ball back. And there's a foul being given here. Free kick for Prantos in the matchup here. I think Haterball there really tugged there onto Granit Xhaka with that challenge and slightly. And the referee's given a free kick here for Prantos. And now here's Jermaine King. Now here's to Jones. Now here's to Aaron Moy. And now Granit Xhaka now on the attack here now for Prantos. Has a chance here now to Erling Haaland. He hits it and scores. And it's now 2-0. And Erling Haaland plays that ball past Jens Lehmann. And it's now 2-0 in the game here for Prantos. And the defending champions of the King's Cup competition take the second goal. And they're 2 goals in front in the game here over Hasenfield here from this afternoon. Brilliant goal and a brilliant hit. 2-0. And now it is to Aaron Moy. Now Herrico. Now Haterball. Now it's Herrico. Oh, could have been a header there for a goal, but I think he might have touched the goalkeeper. I'm not really sure. Across into the box. And then a header. Oh yeah, that's gone wide. And that's going to be a goal kick in the matchup here for Prantos in the match. Now is James Taylor will boot it. And now all the way there to Neymar now. Now Pickman. And now is Webb Smith. Now Pickman. Now Jermaine King. Now to Aaron Moy. Really pushing forward here, nicely here. Now Abu Bakr now lost it back now to Partey. Now to Erling Haaland. Williams. Now back to Haaland here. Could be a goal here maybe. And it is. And just before the keeper got there, Devin Williams makes it 3 just before half time. And 2 goals from him as well. And that's a very brilliant goal right there, I've got to say, for Prantos to make sure that they win this game here for this afternoon. They've got a second half to play though still, but they are real healthy levels there to really guarantee themselves into the second round of the King's Cup trophy. And a real brilliant goal right there from Williams here. And the keeper couldn't get there in time before Williams got there with the ball. Great pass there from Haaland. And then Williams right there really beat the defender and the keeper. And he hit in the open opportunity net there for him to go 3 goals in front. And that's a brilliant goal. And a brilliant hit as well. 3-0 in the game here for Prantos. And that's half time. As it ends here at the break as Prantos 3, Hasenfield Terriers 0. And it looks like Prantos are definitely going to be heading through into the second round of the Cup, as the result looks like. And we are here for the second half, and here we go. 3-0 at the break, and we are back here for the second half in the King's Cup first round. And now it's George Jones now to Haterball. Haterball, that's going to be now a throw-in here, looks like here now, for Hasenfield Terriers. Now it's George Jones now to Haterball. And now is Aaron Moy. Now is George Jones. Now is to Dennis Parker. Really pushing forward here now for the team. Now here's Devin Williams. There's a pass there to Erling Haaland. And now all the way past to the Christian Herrico. Good defending right there from Prantos. Now Granit Xhaka. Now Adam Pickford now. It looks like Prantos will definitely be heading through into the next round of the King's Cup trophy. They are the current holders of this competition, by the way. And this is very interesting for Prantos to try and get something here in this match. A chance here for a shot against the keeper there from James Taylor. And that's gone for a corner here now for Hasenfield in the match. At least they've shown a little bit of their attribute here in this cup. They probably won't win this game because they're 3-0 behind, but at least they might get maybe a consolation goal or whatnot. Unless they might make a miracle, make a huge comeback from this, but it's not likely so. And now it's going to be here a corner for Hassenfield. Pass in right there into George Jones. Now Jones now, all the way here now to Jay Webb-Smith. Webb-Smith now to Aaron Moy. Moy now to... Oh, God, a chance there for Moraga there to shoot, but right in the keeper's hands. And Moraga right there, there's chance there for a goal there for Hassenfield. They're really pushing forward here, Hassenfield. Terry won the ball back again here. And now here's Abu Bakr, now Michael Landrum. Now Pye won the ball back here now for Prantos. And now Robert Cliff. And now all the way there to Granit Xhaka, no. And now it's Neymar. And that's going to be a free kick. It's going to be given here now for Prantos in the game. Now Skek now will pass it short here now to Party. Party now, no. Lost control of that though. Pass there to Granit Xhaka. Now all the way to Haterball. Now it's Aaron Moy. Now to Abu Bakr. Now, okay, that's nice there. Defending there, I've got to say from Prantos right there. The game's nearly over, by the way, between the two sides. Looks like Prantos could be heading into the second round of the King's Cup Trophy. Clearance right there again. Now, it's Neymar. Now, all the way from the header there again, back away. And now it's Aaron Moy. Now it's Skerina. And that's going to be over for full time. And the whistle blows here, and Prantos will head through into the second round of the King's Cup Trophy. 2 goals from Williams, 1 from Haaland, as it ends here. Prantos 3, Hassenfield Terriers 0 at full time. (3-0) to Prantos, and they are through into the second round of the RFA King's Cup Trophy. And Jimmy, tell us your thoughts on the result for Prantos. They picked up that big win here from this afternoon's game. They are through into the second round. And how do you feel about the whole matchup for Prantos in the game? They played some real brilliant football in the matchup. And I know Hassenfield's their league rivals in the Premier League. But as of obviously in this cup competition, it was good for Prantos to try and get the result. And they did. And they are the defending champions of this competition. They won it last season's King's Cup Trophy final against Red Bull Toledo. So they made it very easy for themselves to pick up the win here for this afternoon. So it'd be great for Brian Cliff's side if they got any chances on trying to get a good cup run into the final and win it again like they were last season. It would be great for them. But yeah, but good football they played, and they were the better team. As for Hassenfield, they came out for a day out. And I don't think they would have actually beaten Prantos here away from home. But a good result for Prantos. They show a lot of, let's say, ruthlessness and resilience. And they won the game because of it. Thank you very much there, Jimmy. And let's get straight now into the other coverage of highlights across the King's Cup first round. And let's get to them right here, right now. A real huge giant killing right here from Division 1 side Blackberry, as they've scored in the 63rd minute in the game, as Blackberry left back Figueiredo puts that ball right past the goalkeeper Bert Leno. He could not save it from that angle, as looks like here that Blackberry are the ones made a huge giant killing, and they knocked out Chesco Blue Tigers by 1-0 here at the King's Cup first round proper here this afternoon. And then Wen got themselves in the lead in the game here as Luka Modric there passed there to Robert Lewandowski, who hits it right into that top corner. And the Polish striker places Wales through into the second round of the King's Cup Trophy, as it ends here at the Hatters Arena, as it ends Fulham 0, Waynord 1 at full time. A nice counter press right there from Falcao there to Bray Hamilton, who switched a pass right there all the way there to Scott Barker. Then back to Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who hits it from outside of the box. A little turn shot there from Zlatan, made it easy for himself. And now Los Andras are in the lead here against Ogun Athletic by 1-0 in the Kings Cup first round. And then Los Andras makes it 2-0 in the game as Panzaro could not pass the ball there. Went to Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who knocked the ball to Falcao. 1v1 against the goalkeeper there to Ogun Athletic. And now Los Andras now lead here by 2-0 in the game. And then meanwhile in the second half, Los Andras carried on their momentum in the matchup as Zlatan passed to Bray Hamilton. And Bray Hamilton there had a shot for himself. And right into that bottom corner, he makes it 3-0 in the game. And that was an absolute great opportunity right there for Los Andras to really make it real perfect for him in the game. As the match actually ended here at the Westphalia Bank Stadium. As it ends here, Los Andras 3, Ogun Athletic 0 at full time. It taken the league leaders of the Premier League to be 1-0 up in the second half as Wayne Rooney right there volleyed that first time and he puts that right past the goalkeeper proper to make it 1-0 in the game. I've got to say that's an unbelievable, I've got to say there, cross there from all the way from Kylian Mbappe into Wayne Rooney, and that's a great shot from him, and now it's 1-0 to the Red Devils. And then the Red Devils extend the lead to make it 2-0 as Usain Bolt right there was 1v1 to the goalkeeper and he placed that ball past the keeper there to make it 2-0. And definitely right there now, the Red Devils are definitely heading through into the second round of the Kings Cup Trophy as it ends here this afternoon, as it ends Sam City 0, the Georgington Red Devils 2 at full time, and the Georgington Red Devils will head through into the second round of the Cup. And Red Bull Tomato put themselves in the lead in the game here as a goal from Dwight Young, who slotted that ball quickly before the keeper got there. And now Red Bull Tomato take themselves in the lead and they're 1-0 up to the good here at the Morgan Wolves Arena in Morgan. And just before full time, Morgan Wolves saved themselves with a goal in the late minutes of the game to put Morgan Wolves into penalty shootout against Red Bull Tomato as Vlejinovic puts that ball past Sketlenburg to make it 1-1, and that last minute equaliser really puts Morgan now on pens against Red Bull Tomato in the game. However, Vlejinovic might have scored for Morgan Wolves in the game, but on penalty shootout, it was a save from Sketlenburg this time around there from him to stop him from scoring. And then Red Bull Tomato got themselves a chance to go 1-0 up on pens, as a great goal there again from Dwight Young to make it 1-1. And then Morgan Wolves got themselves back in level on pens as the captain scores to make it 1-1. And then Iron Robin, unfortunately that ball went to the keeper's hands for a save. And then Sketlenburg saved the shot there from Morgan Wolves, who took that penalty right there. And then Robin Van Persie strikes that ball into that middle corner into the goal to make it 2-1. And then Morgan Wolves had a chance to make it 2-2, and they did. And then a goal right there from Alexandra Isak to make it 3-2 to Red Bull Tomato. And then Morgan Wolves makes it 3-3 in the game here. And game on in this penalty shootout here between the two sides. And unfortunately right there, it was a save for the goalkeeper right there to stop a shot there from Harrison Coombs. And then Morgan Wolves scored and made it 4-3 in the game. And a great save right there for Axel Witsel. Had a shot but saved the keeper right down the middle. And Morgan Wolves from the second Liga got sent into the second round of the Kings Cup Trophy after winning here this afternoon on penalties. And Sporting Sanley got themselves in the lead in the game here as Golmy's right there puts that ball past the goalkeeper there for Seaford Spartans, as the captain for Sporting Sun Lake makes it 1-0 to the Sporting team here in the first round of the King's Cup Trophy. And then Andre Arshavin makes it 2-0 in the matchup. Good pass here from Golmes, as he really took it to the goalkeeper and placed it through past the keeper. And now it's 2-0 to Sporting Sun Lake in the match. And that was brilliant, that was to see, I've got to say, from the football, in fact, in this matchup, was brilliant in terms of the style of play. And it is 2-0. And then again, a nice cross in the box there from Eto, all the way to Golmes. And now it's 3-0 to Sporting Sun Lake here in the game. And definitely so now, Sporting Sun Lake are heading for a victory to put them through into the second round of the King's Cup Trophy, as it ends at full time as Sporting Sun Lake 3, Seaford Spartans 0 at full time here for this afternoon. The two sides in the Premier League play each other in the King's Cup first round, as a great goal opener there from Frank Campbell to place that ball past Andre Canas to win them the matchup here at the Olympic Stadium, as the game ends as Newport Dragons 1, Charford Saturday 0 at full time. There was only one goal involved in this matchup here between Padres Impact and Portsburg United, as a great hit right there from Zinedine Zidane, who hits it there past the goalkeeper, and Padres Impact scored the only goal in the matchup against Portsburg, the team who played in the Premier League last season but got relegated into the second league for this season, as it ends here this afternoon as Padres Impact 1, Portsburg United 0 at full time. And the second league side, Hillsborough and Albion, put themselves in the lead here against Premier League side South Coast Rangers in this cup competition. As a great goal right there from Heston, as Hillsborough and Albion put themselves in an early lead in the game here of the first round of the cup. And a real brilliant cross right there from South Coast Rangers in the matchup here, as Lucas Perez crossed the ball all the way into the box. A header there from Noah Solskjaer right there to get a goal back for South Coast Rangers. And now Premier League side South Coast Rangers put themselves level in the game here at the Albion Arena. And then South Coast Rangers put themselves in the lead just before half time, as a shot right there from David Trezeguet, whose shot hit the post, ricocheted back out of the post, clipped off the back of the goalkeeper there for an own goal for Hillsborough and Albion. And now South Coast are in the lead here by an own goal deflection for a ricochet from the post from a shot there from Trezeguet in the matchup. And I've got to say, that's a brilliant goal right there for South Coast Rangers, as they're now 2-1 up in the match. And then in the second half, we know that before injury time happening, Yusuf Poulsen was 1v1 to the goalkeeper, and the keeper could not stand a chance to save that shot, as he was 1v1 to the keeper. And now South Coast Rangers have scored the third goal in the matchup here, as it ends Hillsborough and Albion 1, South Coast Rangers 3, and South Coast head through into the second round of the cup. It taken Iceberg into the second half of the game between Richmond and themselves away from home, as Ray Donovan puts that ball through his laces past the goalkeeper right there for AFC Richmond, and Iceberg Forest take the lead here at Nelson Road Stadium. And that was a real brilliant goal right there for Ray Donovan, the only probably talisman for Iceberg to really help them to try and survive in the Premier League, and also try and get a good cut run as well in this competition. But it ends here this afternoon as it was AFC Richmond 0, Iceberg Forest 1 at full time. A big cross right there from Goldfield, however. A good header there from Kings Park Rovers right there, defence. And then Eden Hazard there pass there to Sebastian Shea. And then Shea right there to Kevin De Bruyne, right into that bottom corner. And now Goldfield Boys United are now 1-0 up to the good here at Goldfield Park in the first round of the King's Cup Trophy here this afternoon. And great interception right there from Goldfield Boys United as Paul Pogba won the ball back here for Goldfield all the way to Jadon Sancho. And then Sancho right there really pushed forward there to Eden Hazard, then to Tino Werner, and striked it through his laces before injury time. And definitely now Goldfield are definitely heading through into the next round of the Kings Cup trophy, as it ends here this afternoon as Goldfield Boys United 2, Kings Park Rovers 0 at full time. And a great pass right there from Tony Kroos all the way to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Went back to Suarez, and Aubameyang right there ran through 1v1 to the keeper, and he placed that ball past the keeper, and Addis Gunners take themselves in the lead in the first 4 minutes of the game by 1-0 at the Gunner Park Stadium. And a good pass right there all the way from Tony Kroos again, who switched the ball to Coutinho. And then found a pass there all the way to Suarez, who hits it in that bottom corner. And Addis Gunners are really smashing this Division 1 side of AFC Swanford here, marked by 2-0. And that's great, brilliant passing right there, I've got to say, between all the players with Addis to really make that happen. And then in the 25th minute of the game, Angel Di Maria really outpressed all the defenders and midfielders of AFC Richmond. Found a pass to Aubameyang and scores another there past the goalkeeper. And looks like Addis are definitely going to head through into the second round of the Kings Cup trophy. As looks like Swanford look like they really come here just for a day out. And it looks like that, to be honest with you, as they're 3 goals down in the game. And a great opportunity right there for Addis to get themselves the 4th goal in the match-up here, as Suarez right there passed the ball to Aubameyang, and Aubameyang turned one defender and then strikes it from outside of the box from long range, and the goalkeeper could not get there in time. And that's another goal right there scored by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in the match-up here at the Gunner Park Stadium. And more havoc for this Swanford's defence again, as Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang passed the ball to Suarez, and then Goldman could not get there in time, unfortunately, the goalkeeper there for Swanford. And now Suarez there makes it 5 for Addis in the first round of the Kings Cup trophy. And the keeper had a very nice day out, of course, conceding those 5 silly goals. But you are against a Premier League side, and I think the levels of quality might be too much for Swanford to handle. But however, for Swanford in the game, they got themselves a free kick from outside the box from a foul there by Sergio Ramos. A quick free kick there from Rotetta to Slader, and Slader right there scores a consolation goal in the game. But Swanford AFC already knew that they're going to be out of the Kings Cup trophy, as it ends here at the Gunner Park Stadium, as it ends Addis Gunners 5, AFC Swanford 1 at full time in the game. The only goal scored in the matchup between #United and Inter Taloga was the only goal scored for Taloga in the matchup here just before half time, as Kovacic right there passed the ball to Frankie de Jong, switched a pass to Anton Griezmann, went back to Frankie de Jong and placed that through into that bottom corner, and Inter Taloga got that goal just before half time, and the match ended at full time between the two sides, as it ends Inter Taloga 1, #United 0 at full time. The official results of the first round of the Kings Cup. Los Andreas Pompey won 4-3 on penalties against Georgington City. Fulham 3, Hassonfield Terriers 0, Blackberry 1, Chesco Blue Tigers 0, Fulham Hatters 0, Waynord 1, Los Andreas 3, Oaken Athletic 0, Sam City 0, the Georgington Red Devils 2, New Home Resolution 4, Captain Bay 0, England Town 2, St Denis Wanderers 1, and Grasshoppers United 3, Cobham Town 0. Padres Impact 1, Portsburg United 0, Brightmouth Cherries 1, Dietrich Dons 3, Hillsborough and Albion 1, South Coast Rangers 3, AFC Richmond 0, Iceberg Forest 1, Addis Gunners 5, Swanford AFC 1, Goldfield Boys United 2, Kings Park Rovers 0, Inter Taloga 1, Hashtag United 0, Newport City 2, Jackson Fire 1, and Hilton Morgan United won 4-3 on penalties against Arsenal Phoenix. Oakford City 2, Foxford Hares 1, and Morgan Wolves won 4-3 on penalties against Red Bull Tomato. Sennis 2, Springfield FC 0, and Sporting Sand Lake 3, Seaford Spartans 0, and San Fernandez United 1, Dutch Lions 2, and Newport Dragons 1, Charford Saturday 0. And now the official fixtures for the second round, the next round of the RFA Kings Cup Trophy, as Dutch Lions will take on Goldfield Boys United, Padres Impact versus Los Andreas Pompey, Sennis will take on Newport City, Sporting Sand Lake will take on England Town, Warenord versus Hilton Moor United, Morgan Wolves versus Grasshoppers United, and Oakford City versus Inter Taloga, and New Holland Resolution versus Blackberry. And now the teams who bide into the third round of the Kings Cup Trophy on the 22nd of March, as the winners of between Dutch Lions or Goldfield will take on Iceberg Forest, and the winners from Padres Impact or Los Andreas Pompey will take on Addis Gunners, and the winners between Sennis or Newport City will take on Los Andreas, and the winners between Sporting Sand Lake and England Town will take on D3 Dons, and the winners between Warenord or Hilton Moor United will take on Parantos, and the winners between Morgan Wolves and Grasshoppers United will take on the Georgington Red Devils, and the winners between Oakford City and Inter Taloga will take on South Coast Rangers, and the winners between New Holland Resolution and Blackberry will take on Newport Dragons in the third round of the Kings Cup Trophy. When the Premier League returns next week after a long month hiatus away from football just before Christmas, we'll return back on RBC Sports on Saturday kickoff of next week between the Georgington Red Devils, as they are going to host Padres Impact on the Premier League return for next week. But that's all the coverage here for this afternoon for the Kings Cup first round, and we'll be back of course for the second round for next month, and also the third round as well later of next month as well. And I hope you enjoyed the coverage here on RBC, and we'll see you guys for next week when the Premier League returns back after the big hiatus from the winter break. But until then, have a good evening.